What is up, wrestling fans? This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JB. Well, May 1st episode of NXT has wrapped up. What the heck happened? We got Kushida's debut, plus much, much more, and it all starts right now. Hello, and welcome to the live stream. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. If this is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Partake in the chat room to the left-hand side of the screen. If you guys like what you see, make sure to crush like, hit subscribe, and click that bell notification for whenever we go live. We go live every single Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, where we will always go on after the event. We also go live Wednesdays after NXT to discuss the episode of NXT. We throw out random videos throughout the week, and if you guys haven't done so yet, please check out that Facebook page, check out that Twitter account. Alright, let's get the ball rolling with this week's episode of NXT. We start this week's episode off with a 3-on-3 tag match. That's right, one side we got the Forgotten Sons, on the other side we got Humberto Carrillo along with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. This match has pretty much taken place because Danny Burch and Lorcan have been having a feud in regards to Jackson Ryker of the Forgotten Sons for the past little while. It all started during the first week of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, where they were eliminated by the Forgotten Sons, and then Jackson Ryker's just been on a huge tearing spree. So he beat Lorcan, he beat Danny Burch, and then last week he got disqualified against Humberto Carrillo, where he refused to stop beating him after the 5 count. Of course, right after that, Burch and Lorcan came down with steel chairs, and then all 6 guys just started fighting. Overall, the match exactly as you expect. It's pretty evenly faced for the first little bit, but then once Jackson Ryker gets going, it is just pure dominating the entire time. Jackson Ryker said, they're really pushing him as the unbeatable force. And then that's what it is. He's just taking everybody out. They do get their hope spots against him. But pretty much the big turnover in the match is when Humberto Carrillo does a suicide dive outside the ring, but instead he accidentally hits Oney Lorcan. He hits his own team member, therefore taking both of them out. So now it's 3-on-1. Danny Burch does what he tries to do. He tries to take on all 3, but unfortunately all 3 of them is just too much. Jackson Ryker goes into full beast mode, just knocks him out, knocks Carrillo out, and knocks Lorcan out. They hit with a double finisher, so they take out Carrillo and Danny Burch with that double reverse DDT leg stomp. And the Forgotten Sons win this match. I see what they're trying to do, just because the Forgotten Sons don't really have a shtick. No one even knows what they are. They are forgotten. But they're really pushing Jackson Ryker as an unbeatable monster. So I eventually see him most likely getting a title push in the next little while. But yeah, it was decent. I like Burch. I like Lorcan. I like Humberto. I think they're great. Forgotten Sons I'm still confused about. I still don't get it, but whatever. Yeah. So right after that, we have Shayna Baszler encountered backstage by Kathy Kelly, just interviewing her in regards to her feud with Io Shirai and the fact that Io has beaten her via pinfall. Shayna Baszler just gives this nasty look and just walks off. Really cool. Like what's going on right there. Cut to commercial break. Right after that, we got Bianca Belair and Mia Yim having a quick tussle backstage at the PC Center. So that's going to set up a match between the two of them next week, which I think is great. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be pushing Mia Yim into a little bit more of the forefront because she's kind of been in the background for the past little while. Right after that, we got Dominik Dijakovic taking on Mansoor. First half of the match, Dominik's just dominating, doing what he can do, but just Mansoor's not kicking out. Dominik's hitting him with every single move he can think of, and Mansoor just keeps kicking out at 2, which is great. Mansoor finally gets a nice shot in there, a lot of hope spots. He's hitting Dominik with everything that he can. The crowd's going wild, it's a true underdog story. He has a lot of near falls. Unfortunately, though, Dominik is able to hit him with the Feast Your Eye, so Dominik remains still just another powerhouse that's going on. But overall, I was really impressed with Mansoor. Like I said, I've been watching him a little bit. He's part of the Insiders live Twitch stream with Brennan Williams and all that. You know what? He looked pretty good in the ring. Like I said, the first time we saw him a couple weeks ago, he just jobbed out really quick and lost pretty fast. So it was nice to see what he can actually do in the ring. I said the crowd was liking him. The crowd was really getting behind him. So it was nice to see something different. Immediately after the match, though, Velveteen Dream's music hits, gets wheeled out on the Velveteen couch because we love the Velveteen couch. and he just flat out calls out Dominik Dijakovic, sings his version of the Star Spangled Banner, but changes the lyrics a little bit to flat out challenge Dominik, because we all know last week Dominik Dijakovic challenged the Velveteen Dream to an opportunity of the North American Championship, so planting the seeds for that feud. I think that's going to be great. So right after that, we have a backstage promo in regards to just kind of like the whole Undisputed Era. So like next week, it's going to be Undisputed Era. It's going to be Adam Cole taking on Matt Riddle. And of course, they played what happened leading up to this match. As we all remember, it was Roderick Strong taking on Johnny Gargano last week. Matt Riddle and Adam Cole had a little argument backstage prior to that. So then, of course, during the match, Undisputed Era comes down to try to interfere, but Matt Riddle evens the score, thus resulting in Adam Cole accidentally kicking Roderick Strong, causing Roddy to lose. So now they cut to the promo where Adam Cole's just flat out saying, like, he's going to take Matt Riddle out next week, and, he's going to win once again for Undisputed Era because Roderick Strong dropped the ball last week. Roddy didn't take too great to that, so then Roddy stepped away. So, like, they're planting seeds to break up Undisputed Era, which is good, but it's not, because I really like all four of them together, and as you guys know, I'm a huge Roddy fan, but oh well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where that's going to go. I think that's going to be really cool. I like that they're kind of putting a small divide in them right now for sure, so that's going to be great. Okay, right after that, we got the final match. We got the main match of this week. We got the debuting Kushida taking on Cassius Ohno. Of course, the match stemmed from last week when Cassius Ohno made a surprise return to NXT because he's been fighting in NXT UK for the past little bit, and flat out just told William Regal, he's like, I want to challenge Kushida. He's like, I deem myself as the guy to help out the new guys, so why not? I think that's great. Cassius Ohno is an older competitor, so I like that he's kind of playing his role as pushing over the new guys essentially, but also breaking kayfabe a little bit and kind of like flat out explaining that's what he does. Huge pop for Kushida. Like, you guys don't understand Kushida. He's multi-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion over in Japan. He's very fun to watch. He's a hybrid, which is what I really like. So he's a high flyer, striker, and submission. So he does all three standard styles of fighting, and he just combines into one. Huge pop, though. Great pop. Beginning of the match, he holds out his hand to try to shake Ohno's hand. Ohno's not having any of that. Ohno just kicks his hand away. Overall, it wasn't a squash. Like, I was really expecting them to just have Kushida just obliterate Ohno, but no, it was pretty evenly paced for a lot of it. Like I said, Ohno got a lot of good looks in, because first he is a lot bigger than Kushida. Like, he's double the size. Like, Kushida's like 190 pounds, not very tall, and like Cassius Ohno's like 6'6", 300. Like, he's a big dude. So I really like Kushida would like try to throw him, and Ohno wasn't having any of that. Eventually, Kushida does able to get Ohno knocked down a couple times, and then he grabs Ohno's hand and forces him to finally shake it. I thought that was really, really cool. Match finally ends when Kushida's able to get the pigeon strike in the face, hits him with the penalty kick, and then locks him into the hoverboard armlock, which was great. Crowd goes wild. Everybody goes wild. It was great. I love, fully agreeing, Elizabeth. Kushida's theme music is great. I love that he's carrying over the whole Back to the Future shtick into North America. I didn't know if he was going to do that or not, so I'm really glad that they continued that. But yeah, overall, Kushida won. Great debut. Ohno looked great. Like I said, I was really thinking that Cassius was just going to job out big time, and it was going to be just like, bell rings, and then like Matt Riddle just kicking him in the face, and that was it. So I'm really glad that they actually carried on a pretty good match. It was a lot of fun to watch. Said Ohno looked really good. Kushida looked really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what Kushida brings in the future. I don't expect them to like skyrocket him to main title yet, but within a year he'll definitely be in the title picture. But overall, really fun match. And then NXT was over. It was actually a really short episode this week. It only clocked in at about 45 minutes. So yeah. Overall, though, I dug it. I thought it was a good episode. Wasn't my favorite. But it was nice to see Kushida finally debuting on NXT for sure, because I like what he brings to the table. So what did you guys think about this week's episode of NXT? Let me know in that comment section below. As always, you guys are the reason why I do this. And if you guys like what you saw, make sure to crush like, hit subscribe, click that bell notification. Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights. And of course, Wednesdays, right after NXT, we do our weekly rendition of the review. Sorry I was a little bit late today. I was doing daddy duty, so I had to wait for the wife to get home just to ensure that the child doesn't run into the room again. during the review. If you guys remember that from a few weeks ago, that was a fun review talking about wrestling, and then my kid bolts into the room. That was awesome. Anyways, so next up we got this Sunday. I have a Dungeons and Dragons session that I will be partaking in. So I won't have a live stream, but I will have a video posted. I'm not gonna actually be shooting it right after this. It's going to be fun. Trust me, you guys are really going to like this one. I'm just going to do a spoiler. It's going to be me watching my very first wrestling review that I did on this channel and reacting to how garbage it was, even though it was probably decent in my opinion. All right, as always, you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. This is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles. See you guys next time.